Hello everyone, it's Cam the Yellow Giraffe with another Modern Warfare 3 gameplay commentary, and today this is gonna be my Monday commentary. I think it is if everything goes right, because the last video I uploaded, I had to upload it 3 times. It was a Cam Plays Minecraft one, and that's the reason I didn't get a video up on Wednesday. But I think I might have had one. Yeah, I uploaded a Game Battles on Thursday. I was trying to put that Game Battles up on Wednesday, but it wouldn't upload for the server rejected the file, and then for some reason it messed up when it uploaded. But finally, I got it uploaded. And so in today's commentary, I will be talking about I'm planning to get a new computer. So I guess I'll kind of talk about the computer and what I want it to do. And maybe if you have a suggestion for what I should get in the computer. I can't really customize it a whole lot because I'm getting it from this website that doesn't allow a ton of customization. So basically, like the processor, it's a set processor. If I wanted to change that, I'd have to buy it and then probably switch out the power supply because it's a tiny power supply. If you know things about computers, it's a 460 watts, so that's pretty small. I was kind of seeing if I could have 2 graphic cards in it, so I think then I would probably need a new motherboard and also a new power supply, because 460 watts for 2 graphic cards is outrageously small, so I'd need to get a way bigger power supply for that. And maybe a new fan too. So I guess we're already a minute and a half into the commentary, so why don't I just start and let's go through this computer on the site. So the processor, the first thing it has is an Intel i7 2600 processor. It runs at 3.4 gigahertz and it has an 8 megabyte cache. It also has this turbo boost thing, it says right here, which so like when I'm rendering a video that takes a lot of processor performance, it'll, like, if you know anything about overclocking, it's setting something faster than it's designed to do. Like right now the 3.4 gigahertz, that is basically how many processes it does per second. So that was probably going to be like 3,400 things it can do per second. But if I'm rendering a video, it'll probably run a bit faster. It'll run at about 3.8 gigahertz. And that, like, it renders the video faster. And it just helps a lot. I like that little turbo boost thing it has. So not much important stuff. The operating system, Windows 7. I don't really have any Office software. Memory, so right now I have 8 gigabytes selected, and right now the computer is actually at $800 as we're speaking, so that's a pretty good price for the i7. With 8 gigs of RAM, it takes up 4 DIMMs, which is the little slots you put your RAM in. And it's DDR3 RAM, so I think there's DDR5, so it's the only type you can select, like it's only DDR3. But there's 16 gigs and 12 gigs I can put in too, but 8 gigs, I've talked to people with this computer and they said you really aren't going to run out of RAM space unless you're using a computer that, like, you know, like if you're running multiple, what are they called, virtual machines, yeah, then it takes a lot of power, because for each virtual machine you probably want to give it enough memory, like hard drive, memory and graphics for it to actually run well. So if you're testing out software you're making or stuff like that, then you want to have the 16 gigs, but the 8 gigs they said is perfectly fine. And 16 gigs would cost $240 to upgrade, which is quite a bit. The upmark on the site is huge, so that is kind of a bummer. And then the next thing I have here is the hard drive. So right now the default one is just a 1 terabyte 7200 RPM 3 gigabytes per second. It's a SATA one. So the SATAs, they run faster than your normal hard drive with a spinning disk. It's actually a digital one, but it also like dies quicker than your spinning drive one. So it's kind of a hit-miss situation. Depends how much you're going to use the computer. I'm going to use it quite a bit, and I'm like almost certain it won't help render videos faster because it won't be saving that fast at 3 gigabytes per second. So, but it's just nice to have faster copying, deleting, those kind of things. So what I'm going to do, there's this possibility that you can actually get 2 500 gigabyte hard drives for $25 extra. So you can, I think I'm going to buy that. It runs faster. You can make them mirror each other, so they'll both do the like same thing. So when you're starting up Windows, they'll run together and start up faster than just the one hard drive. So if one goes down too, then there's a possibility the other one will still run if you have it set correctly. So I think if I get that, then I'll probably have them set like that, so if one goes down then the other one will still run. For the monitor, I'm not going to use a monitor. I'm not going to get a monitor. They cost quite a bit. And I think the one I have right now, it's like a 19 or 20 inch monitor. And it is a HD monitor. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not going to get a monitor with it. The graphics card now we have here. The graphics card I have, it's like the default one selected is an ATI Radeon HD 6450, which is 1 GB of RAM in it. So I'm just typing. I think I'm just gonna get the default one because if you don't know anything about graphic cards, the top one you can get here is the 6770, which is $150 extra, even though the 6770 only costs $100. So I think I'll wait till the warranty runs out if I get this computer, and then probably just put in a better card like the 6850, I think it is. Let's just check the price here. So it's kind of a ripoff how they mark these things. Yeah, like the 6860 here is just $145 with a $15 rebate, so it's $160 in total. So that's not too bad, and it's a pretty decent graphic card. I've checked it out. It'll run Minecraft much better than my current system. Like right now I have to run on smaller, tiny render distance without Optifine. So yeah, that's what my plan is for the graphics card, is to stay with the 6450. You're probably like, geez, Cam, don't do that. That's a bad decision, but I've checked it out, and it's cheaper to just buy the graphic card I want, because they don't really have a lot of selection here. I can also get the NVIDIA graphic cards, but I'm quite sure they cost a lot, like GeForce, GTX. Let's see how much they cost. So, yeah, I'm going to Newegg too. That's where I buy computer parts. Well, yeah. Okay, so they have a refurbished one here. A new one. Yeah, you can get a very good refurbished one for $500. Or you can just get a basic $550 for $125. So it's kind of a lot of money, depending on which one you get. For the optical drive, it's a 16 times CD burner, and it can write your stuff on the CD. They call it a double layer write. So basically, if you have a special CD, it can actually burn whatever you want. Like if you want it to say family photos, then you can burn that right onto the DVD, and it'll say it right on it, so you don't need to label it with your Sharpie or whatever. So I think that's basically it. It comes with a wireless card, even though I already have one that I'd be willing. Well, what I use right now is a little USB wireless card thing, so this is kind of a gaming setup type video too. So I use a little USB card, and it's a Cisco. It works well. So I was gonna ask them if I can like switch it out and save like $50, and they said nope. So they're pretty tight about their selling stuff. It doesn't come with speakers. Their network card is just the default 10, 100, 1000 Ethernet. And basically what I expect to do with this computer is play Minecraft, play PC games. I kind of got Alter IW, which is the knockoff version of Modern Warfare 2 for PC. It's basically like I'm not quite sure, they're fixing things that Modern Warfare 2 did wrong. So it's kind of cool that they did that, and especially that it's free. So hopefully I can get into doing that kind of stuff, right? Like when I get a new computer, if I do. And the other thing I plan to do is, of course, rendering videos. And basically when I render my videos, it isn't just the rendering that takes time, it's the uploading too. And this computer can't do anything about the uploading time, but I have a program that'll make the file size much smaller than it usually does. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Depends if the video is long or short. The longer it is, the smaller file size it'll be. So that's really nice too, especially for a video like this. I'll probably size it down. It'll be about 800 megabytes, I'll bet. And it'll size it down to 400 or 500 megabytes probably. So it saves quite a bit of time. And if you want that, I can probably, if you ask, I'll leave a link in the description or something like that if you want to see it. So those are basically what I plan to use the computer for. This is money, like I'm buying it myself. I'm not like one of those people who gets money from like just, hey, can I have some money, mom and dad? Like no, I actually work for my money, so that's what I'm doing. I've saved quite a bit of money. I still have to save quite a bit more though, which is kind of a shame. If I get a good video and gets like 500,000 hits though, then I might be able to buy it instantly. So that isn't gonna be likely. So I'll just keep working and making the money I'm doing it. It's kind of, it works well for me, and it's a good way to make money. I do the shoveling and lawn mowing, those kind of things. So if you want to make money and you don't really have a job, try that, because I'll bet you're gonna make quite a bit of money doing that. So that's always nice, to make a bit of your own money. So that's what I do. Maybe you can take a tip from it. So yeah, basically with the computer, I plan to play Minecraft. Hope I've talked to people and they said they can play it on far render distance with all these fancy graphic things and basically maxed out settings. Yeah, and the Modern Warfare 2, maybe even getting into some Steam PC gaming. Like, I have Half-Life 2 right now. It runs at pretty good settings, but like right now the graphics card I think is integrated right into the processor, which is, it's like a home desktop processor, which for rendering videos it takes a long time, 6 or 7 times longer than the video actually is. So a video like this is probably going to take an hour and a half to render. So the longer I quit talking, the faster it'll render and upload. So I guess this is kind of gonna be the end of the video. Watch for a video on Wednesday if all goes good. I'm sorry I missed the last video for Wednesday. And so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.